Are you ready to begin?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay. So I say we roleplay until we're metagaming.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Roleplay until
And
until proven other words.
yeah, until it's like, okay, let's just break. Yeah, we gotta talk about it. Where the frick did Dwarf go?
We lost him.
I'm
Okay, so
listening.
okay, so Robert ended last session yesterday, not yesterday. Oh, it was yesterday. With Andric walks up to Brick and says, "We need to talk," and that was the end of the session. So I say we just start from there because Team A had just come back from Red Mill. So,
Okay.
Andric, I will let you take lead.
Sorry, I was copying session notes. Go back. Retread that.
Huh?
So you said I come up to you and I say we need to talk?
That's what
Yes.
happened last session. Like at the end, Robert was you for a second.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what we need to talk about. I wasn't there.
Team A had just gotten back from Red Mill.
Oh, okay. I'm following. And this is to Azariah or to Rick? To Rick?
Rick. Azariah was with you guys.
Rick. We need to talk. We discovered something at Red Mill. There's
Let me
no.
let me pause right there, Andric. I know that there's probably a lot going on, but I gotta show you something. Rick
I
is in a
think I think this might be a bit more urgent.
I don't know, buddy. I think what I got might be pretty urgent too.
Okay, you go first.
Start walking out. Rick's gonna walk you out towards
Is
the
anyone
graveyard.
taking notes? I'm taking notes. Never mind.
Okay.
We need to. This isn't an expedition.
Robert asked us to,
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
Rick's
What's the
gonna
day for this session, by the way?
the
It
18th.
is the evening of whatever day we got back from Red Mill. Because once it hits night, Genesis has to roll again.
Well, no,
Yeah,
she's gonna have.
I already rolled that dice.
Oh, so then it's tomorrow. It's the day after y'all get back from Red Mill.
I guess so. Let me
Well, no,
check the
we got back
expedition
from
note.
Red Mill, and I'm assuming that when we got back, we would have these conversations. I'm just saying that we could go into the next day because Genesis has already had her her dice rolled for that night.
Okay. Got it.
We don't have a date for the Red Mill crawl.
Oh yikes.
There's no date posted.
Do we have a date on the one that we did simultaneously?
That's what I'm looking
You
at.
did, because I looked at it. I read through it.
Evening of the 17th. So this is the morning of the 18th?
No, we're still role playing evening of 17th, right?
Yeah, it's just evening of the 17th.
It's just that we're free to pass into the morning because Genesis already rolled.
Operation Obelisk will take place on the 18th, or
Okay.
begin to take place on the 18th. It'll take a day to get there, at least.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I notion for Rick to lead me.
Yeah, so he's gonna lead you to the graveyard. He's gonna show you 3 graves. One of Hellrock, who you haven't met. One of Rigor, another one you haven't met. And then one gravestone, the helmet right next to it. It says Grungy on it.
How did he die?
Honestly, it's quite a story. Heldrock.
What were the names of the... Sorry, what were the names?
Heldrock. Like Held Rock, one word.
Yeah.
And then Rigor, which is Roger backwards. I wonder who played him. And then Grungy.
Gotcha.
And okay, it's quite a story. Heldrock was another dwarf, and Rigor was a Duradur, who we took in very quickly. Heldrock had the recipe to make dirty bombs, and they were highly effective. We took them to the Knoll Caves. Do you remember session 1? Or sorry, our first time out?
Unfortunately, I do.
Well, those 4 knolls, Grungy threw a bomb in there, obliterated. Andric, they were pink mist. And then we continued on. The Knolls, they had a whole camp there. And we fought. Grunky was holding all the bombs. He threw it. It went short. And that one exploded. The 2 on his hip that were left exploded too, instantly killing him, Eldrock, and Rigor.
You hear him mutter a curse.
I know.
This place.
You'll notice that Rigor's gravestone is a little bit more ornate, hand done, and that's because Rick's about to explain that. We got here and we buried them. The graveyard wouldn't let us. Oh, sorry, we didn't bury them. There was no bodies to bury. When we placed these markers, the graveyard wouldn't let us do it for Rigor because Drow, and as you know, Drow and Duradur are slaves.
It's Daragar.
Daragar, thank
I thought
you.
it was I thought it was Dwegar.
It's Dweargar or Daragar. Like it can go Dweargar, Dwagar,
I say
Daragar.
Dwegar because it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Dwagar.
I do agree. Dwagar is probably or Dweargar. Yeah, Dwagar is probably the easiest way to say it. Yeah.
Dwagar. Drow and Duragar are slaves. But some dwarves came up to pay respects to Heldrock and Grungy. You know how tight they are. And I asked them to because Rigor died a free man. And they did, and in that, the dwarves are now our allies. But that's the only good news to come from that day.
So in this context, Rick would not know about Genesis or the obelisk yet, correct?
Not at all.
Well,
I mean, he knows the obelisk. There's something wrong with the obelisk. He knows it's probably producing something that makes the Blightlands, but he does not know about the connection between Genesis and that.
we have to take down the obelisk.
I know,
Yeah.
but why now? You know that
Genesis-
thing's surrounded by
she's-
She-Red.
Genesis has been having visions of the obelisk, and she says each time she wakes up, it's like her life is slipping. Rick, and I kind of like put my hand on your shoulder, and you see me start to tremble. I will not let her die. Do you understand me? We are going to that obelisk, and I will raise it to ashes if it means that Genesis lives.
I assume you put your right hand on my left shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same, and so like we're mirroring, and I'm gonna try to like ease you. I'm gonna say, Rick's gonna say, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I hear you. Not another jewel's gonna die today.
We have to go. Tomorrow. She says every night it gets worse. Every night she feels like her soul, her heart is stopping. We have to go. We don't have any time. We don't have any other way. We have to get to that obelisk. We have to gather everyone we know, all of our allies. Whether we like them or not, we have to get them together, and we have to go. There's no choice.
Okay. Let's meet in Tavern 4. Obviously the normal meeting spot for this party, Tavern 4.
Tavern 4.
Yes,
Issa's Tavern.
We have to pull together like multiple different tables from the tavern.
Okay,
too.
wait.
Yeah.
It was Rigor, Grungy, and who is the third one?
Heldrock.
Eldrock.
Eldrock. He held that rock.
That
Is,
was,
does
Jake's
Tavern 4
character.
kind of look like what the loft, not the loft, what the commons do during Crunch?
Low key. At the specific
On-
moment. There's a lot of people at that table. Robert, I
there's
know you're listening to
Ashley
this. Just montage of us getting all the explorers we know together. Because I don't think there's a point in RPing that.
I need Robert to be here. I need to talk to Finnick, like,
When
right
did
now.
we meet these new characters like Ohai Soy and all them?
It's
Oi
Oi
Soy.
Soy.
Oi Soy, sorry.
It's okay. No, it's Oi Soy, Cassian, and Torrent were the replacements for Grungy.
So you guys went back out after they died.
Yes.
Yes.
God.
Because we knew
Soy-
that the caves were empty. Robert said that all the gnolls evacuated the cave, so we knew that cave was just empty.
And we got
For
some
the most part.
sick
We also
amount
know
of gold.
the yeah.
Did you
and
stash
some
the
magic
loot, or
items.
did they take it?
Yeah, we stashed it.
Sick.
We
But-
stashed it
Okay.
in Torrent's hunting camp outside of the city.
Torrance
Yeah.
Hunt.
And
Okay, very good.
yeah, all the stuff that we needed to stash. Cassian got some really fast boots. He can move 240 feet now.
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he
And
is
that is
he's so fast.
that
It's like-
duration
yeah,
is
that-
12 hours, so he can just zip around.
Yeah, and he's an assassin too. On top of that, making it just OP. And Rick got a scroll, and he knows how to read magic because Mason thinks ahead.
Mel told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can cast protection from good and evil. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, yeah, protection from evil, and honestly, in OSE, protection from evil is actually goated.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's an
Yeah.
advantage on what, saving throws?
Yes, and a couple different things.
Imposing
it is?
disadvantage on attacks, or
I thought it was a plus
Uh,
one.
It's a +1, but it's like it is that is the advantage.
Okay.
You get an
And-
advantage, not rolling twice and taking the higher one.
yeah.
Yes, and it's for 12 turns.
Dang. Okay. That'd
Yeah.
be really good against like those the toxins that a lot of the undead can apply.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so I think it's gonna be key in the obelisk battle,
Why?
because I assume there's a lot of evil.
Well, we'd be fighting the She-Ren.
I don't know if that's it.
You don't think so? Okay.
I'm thinking it through, and based off the lore, metagaming. There's a church at the bottom. I don't think our purpose is to go and just touch the obelisk. I think that's part of it. I think we have to descend and get to that church.
Okay.
Did you say protection from evil?
Protection from evil.
It is 6 turns,
No.
which is. Wait, does he
Did
have a different
Robert
definition
send
for
you
it?
Robert sent you the specific stat block, right, Mason?
Yes.
'Cause you sent it to
go
me.
Yeah, player's tome, control F, protection.
Be right back.
Evil.
I'm gonna have to categorize the session notes into like seasons.
It is on PDF page 137, and document page 135. In the player's tome, it is duration 12 turns, range the caster. I talked to Robert and he said, just anybody.
Oh,
And it is
interesting. Okay.
it's contained to that one person.
The thing where I was getting confused is protection from evil from a cleric is different than protection from evil from a magic user.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Those are different effects.
I wonder which one I have.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hey,
But the important thing I wanted to note is that this is not necessarily protection from evil. It wards you from creatures of another alignment.
Oh, well, maybe it's not as goated as I thought.
It just would be really unfortunate if Rick and the She-Ren are the same alignment. That is the only thing that would affect.
Okay, I'm back.
Rick is chaotic, so it's unlikely that they are of different alignments.
Rick is not chaotic,
Is
actually.
he neutral?
He's neutral.
Interesting.
Ooh. I wouldn't think. Well, I actually don't know what the She-Ren are like. I wasn't there that session.
They
I think they're lawful to their.
They were chaotic
Okay.
Oh, wow.
because I was the one because Genesis
That's
was
right.
trying,
You could talk. to them.
Genesis was trying to talk to them, and she spoke the same alignment language, so she was able to kind of discuss with them a little bit, but it took 5 million tries to roll the correct number.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. They're chaotic.
So then it is effective.
Mhm.
Oh.
But
With
only
Genesis,
Rick can
but
cast
Rick
this
was
spell.
gonna cast it on Genesis.
Mm.
But Genesis
range
is
is the
chaotic.
caster.
But he talks
Robert-
to Robert.
Retcon that.
Okay, got it.
It's still going to be the range of the person casted on.
Do you think that it would do the alignment of the caster?
I think he'd do the alignment of the recipient of the spell.
Because I'm also chaotic.
Okay, so this has become useless then for this specific task.
We can ask. We will double check when Robert joins the call later. We will ask.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, cut to Tavern 4, where Issa has let us in and locked the door from any other guests. And we've pushed all these tables together, rolled out a massive map of the land, and Rick takes a dagger and stabs it right where the obelisk is. And he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is our target,"
Mm-hmm.
leaving the floor open for comments.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Who says that? Issa or Genesis?
Genesis. I'm going to give Issa a very. Issa's just going around and like filling up drinks and whatnot.
Okay.
She's
Is
gonna.
Vinmir present?
He can
I was
be.
gonna ask you that, Jacob. So Vinmir is technically loyal to Hamdall, right?
Yes.
So where would okay, this is where things get a little complicated. We do have to convince the characters, and Vinmir I think is going to be the hardest to convince.
You are the one. Rick is the one he knows. Rick and Genesis are the two he knows best in the party, and I think realistically, Rick would be the one to convince him.
But Rick is also the one that gave him a lot of hard time.
It's exactly why Rick would be the one who needs to convince him.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, think of it this way: if somebody who you had a lot of beef with came up to you and apologized, showed humility, especially to somebody who's a knight, where his entire thing is about chivalry, he shows humility and nobility in the way that he approaches you, asking for your help. That would be really big for somebody of a knight alignment with a chivalric code.
Okay, okay. So I have to remember that Vinmir, like for him specifically, because I imagine the Knights of the Marquis are going to be way different. But I have to remember that Vinmir is loyal to an idea, not necessarily, but that idea is through Hamdall, not specifically Hamdall.
Yeah, so the Vinmir's loyalty lies in doing good for the betterment of the kingdom. By the kingdom, he sees the people of the kingdom. He's very idealistic in the
I
way he
see.
views the
Mhm.
world. So he believes that there is innate good in people. He trusts people. He shows honor to people, but he also has a disdain for people who he views as lower than himself, entirely because that's how he's always lived. For his entire life, he's been pumped full of this idea that you're a cut above everyone else. You're of a higher class than other people, and so just as much as he believes in the betterment of humanity and he's willing to die in the protection of commoners, he also does view himself as higher than the common people, entirely because that's the rhetoric he's been exposed to his entire life.
I have a way to act this out.
Mhm.
Where is Vinmir right now? Just in his tent?
Uh, yeah. Vimir would probably be in his tent.
Probably getting ready for bed, I'd imagine, because it's the evening.
Mhm.
Okay, back up to. We don't have a DM, so we could do this. Back up to Vinmir in his tent, and this is during the montage of getting everybody. Rick is standing outside his tent, and is like, "Vinmir, can I speak with you?"
You see him kind of step out. He's looks like he's about to go to bed. He's dressed in some casual pants. He's got a kind of like a long sleeve, like Henley style shirt. He walks out. Yes, Rick. What would you like to talk to me about?
Rick is in his full armor from the cave, smudges all over his face from smoke and ash and dirt and everything, even a little bit of blood. He has a sword drawn.
Vinimir kind of notices, and um, these men are about even in height and build. So he kind of
Dude, Vinmir's like 6'5". Holy cow.
yeah, Vinimir's
Okay.
huge.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
okay.
he's like a trained professional knight. He's huge. So he kind of notices your sword, and he doesn't square up to you, but he squares himself up, like readying himself in case something happens.
He takes his sword and just stabs it into the dirt. And Rick says, "We need your help."
For what?
You remember the obelisk?
I do.
Needs to be taken down.
And why is that? We have no quarrel with the Shiren.
No. We do have a quarrel with that obelisk. Remember Genesis?
How could I forget?
The obelisk is killing her.
He looks like taken aback by that. Killing her, it's... What do you mean? Has she caught some kind of disease?
You know how the obelisk, more than likely, based off of common sense, is making the Blightlands the Blightlands?
Of course.
Well, somehow it's... I don't know how it's doing it, but it has gotten into her dreams. And she says that every time she dreams, she's getting closer and closer to actual death.
Has she spoken to one of the clerics about this? Maybe it's some kind of demonic hallucination. I mean, we can't verify that it's actually the obelisk. Besides, if we try and take this thing down, we'd be inciting a war against the Shiren. It would be...
Dimir, the Church of Light agrees, and the Church of Storms also agree. It's the obelisk.
Okay. When do we go?
We're about to have a meeting in Tavern 4. I'll meet you there.
I'll get ready.
Can we get Robert to rename the voice chat that says the tavern to be Tavern 4?
That's actually good. I like that. That's good. That's great. So that was really well done. I like that. And that makes sense to Vinder's character. Okay, what of the people who are here, we don't know the mysterious figure.
Yeah, I was gonna introduce him. I was gonna ask if, I was gonna, cause what's his name? Anand's has conversations with him, and he knows who he kind of is, and I guess let's say we're all like meeting up in the tavern, and I say, there's one more that needs to be here.
Who's that?
He's sort of you could say a friend of yours, one of yours. And he goes over to the door and opens it, and there you see the mysterious figure. And he walks in. My name is Lucen Gray. I am how do I want to do this? I'm Bob's brother. Dun dun dun.
No!
He pulled a me! He pulled a me! Why would you do that?
I've seen this plot point before.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending.
Bob had a brother?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the whole point of like his backstory, like me mentioning his brother in there.
I
Yeah.
figured it would be Bob's brother. I thought that would be your new character, though.
The new character was Anon.
I gotcha.
And,
Yeah.
and then I've actually grown to like Anon a lot. But anyway,
You see him mention Bob's brother, and instantly Andrik's face kind of goes a little pale.
I'm aware that you guys and Bob were close, or at least some of you.
Genesis?
As Raya pipes up. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Genesis is going to run forward and just give him a hug in the sense of like knowing exactly how he's feeling. Because she's the sibling of someone who's dead. And she's just going to be like, and she also feels responsible for the fact that Bob is dead. And she's just going to be like, I'm so sorry. Bob died protecting me. I'm not going to ask you to do the same thing.
You can see that, or like you can kind of tell he's not usually used to hugs, and like usually he wouldn't, but in this scenario he hugs you back, I guess. Yeah, thank you.
But whatever.
And he doesn't really address what you said about the thing about Bob. Yeah.
And she like.
As
she-
Raya.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, she's gonna just pull back and like put her hands on his shoulders and just be like, "But we can take all the help we can get."
My friend Anand tells me that you guys are heading to the obelisk soon.
Yes.
Is that related to you?
Yes.
Mm. Well, normally I wouldn't do this, but Bob was close to you guys, and so I trust Bob, and I will help him out. Or I will help you guys out.
New character unlocked.
Da-da-da!
Okay, that's cool. He joins the table,
What was
which
his
is
name?
now Lucian Gray.
Lucen Gray. Lucen.
Oh, Lucian.
Yeah. And then Grey instead of A.
So was Bob Gray?
Mm, we're adopted. Bob is just Bob.
I did not have a last name.
Just
Bob
bobbing around.
occupational thief, therefore he cannot have a last name. Okay, so is there anyone else that would be like difficult to rope in on this?
So Torrent would, because he met you yesterday.
Ah,
And also Cassian, but he's not here. So
Rick. Okay, back to the montage. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're metagaming. It's fine. There's no Robert.
We're metagaming. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's no continuity here. Rick looks over at Torrent. And he's like, Torrent.
you
He goes
meet
in.
Torrent outside the camp at like the hunting camp.
Oh yeah, I have again. Gotta go get him. Torrent.
Mhm.
Good to see you again.
Shh, calm yourself.
Oh my god.
You see that over there? And I point to like an area of the woods where you really don't see anything.
Where am I supposed to be looking at?
Just watch. And suddenly, from a piece of grass that was hidden, there is like, I don't want to say rabbit again.
A squirrel.
There's another rabbit. There's another rabbit that like hops down, triggers this like little piece of dirt to fall in a little bit, and then a big stone falls and crushes his head. Bullseye. As you were saying.
Do that?
Well, I made the trap.
How'd you know it would step there?
It's a flat area of land. They don't prefer to travel through terrain that's more difficult than it has to be.
Okay. Can I not stop whispering now?
Yes, whatever.
Okay, alright, Torrent. It's good to see you again, man.
Mm.
He goes in for a handshake. Firm one. Fa.
You've come for the magic items, I presume?
No. I've come for you.
Me?
Yes, you. I need your help.
For what now?
That trap you just did, and I point in the direction of where that is. I need you to do that with a lot of people.
There better be a good reason.
There's a few good reasons. Probably some really good loot. And stop the Blightlands from being the Blightlands. Save a person's life. Take your pick.
You want me to kill a bunch of people to save one person's life?
Well, maybe not kill, but subdue.
I'm not sure. Who are these people that I'm going to be killing? Subduing.
Part of the She-Ren Empire.
The she who now?
That's what I said.
Ed Sheeran.
Don't you remember back home, the She-Ren Empire, the opposing empire to the Gaulish?
I'm not a political man.
Fair enough. Evil people. The Blightlands are a massive hindrance to our expedition efforts. The obelisk is killing my friend, and the she-wren are in the way. I need them to not be in the way. You make that happen?
You know, people's empathy rarely extends beyond their line of sight. I put out my hand. You're lucky mine does.
Ah. In normal circumstance, that dialogue would not have worked. Metagaming. I hope Robert enjoys
Metagaming
that.
without a DM is really interesting.
Man, I succeed
low-key
every
just-
time.
We're just playing pretend right now. there's no game happening right now. We're just doing voices.
Guys, we are such nerds. Oh my god.
It's wonderful.
I am such a loser.
We're all losers.
Wow.
It's okay.
No wonder I got beat up in the locker room. Anyway,
Is it your actual?
I didn't get beat up. I definitely got bullied.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So Torrent, we can't convince Cassian or Oisoy while we're here. Lima's gonna be a shoe-in. And what other I have a whole list of characters. Why am I questioning this?
Like Mason, you literally have like
Reese.
all
So,
of the
oh wait, sorry, I was zoned out. Did Torrent agree?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
You missed it was a very
Reaver's
sick
dead.
moment, bro.
Sorry, I was trying to
Yeah.
figure something out with Obsidian.
Rolled a 1 out of 6 for that dialogue, and it worked. Did you see it?
I saw it. It was good.
Okay, cut back to camp. Or cut back to Tavern 4.
Tavern 4!
Rick looks over at Issa. Issa, I don't think we've met before.
Hello? Oh, what was the accent I had for her? Hold on. She's going to very like, okay. Hello, my name is Issa. This is my tavern. I've met Azariah, I've met some other people, but you guys are welcome here. Just make sure that Lima and other people, don't eat 17 meals in the span of this meeting.
Gulp.
I cannot guarantee that.
Fair enough. Just, if you need any service, I'm here. Go about your business. The door is locked. No one is coming.
Valid. I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
I heard that you have a cousin.
Yes, I do. I do have a cousin.
And she's got a band of explorers with her.
She does.
Do you think that you could convince them to join us?
I could try. We're not on the best of
That's-
speaking terms, but I will try my best. I need to hear what this whole spiel is about first. And
Understood.
Give me time. Do we want a party of adventurers DM'd by Robert to help us with this?
I mean, they could
think
go. They
that-
could be part of B and just be the distraction. Like that's in terms of Mason. That is, like, I'm still gonna. Edward is one of them that died, and he has a tattoo on Rick's arm. But in terms of
Mhm.
Mason's perspective, cannon fodder. That's
I
not
get it.
Rick's perspective, but that is Mason's perspective.
So we should add them to the full assault then. Because the distraction is the distraction. We should add them to the full assault so that they can be the cannon fodder for our main troops.
Understood. Yep. Okay.
I can
Cool.
talk to them. I will try my best. I need to get more details. So I will be listening in whilst you have your meeting in here.
Okay.
But just know, my cousin is not the nicest person, and she's a little foolish. But if you give me good reason that I could give her, she likes loot, she likes gold, she likes power.
That we could probably promise.
Okay, then I should be able to. But, we have to go with what the dice rolls give us.
Metagaming.
We have to deal with the
okay,
cards that are dealt to us. Continue with your
So
stuff.
I think that's all of them that are like it's not an easy shoe in, you know.
Mhm. The thing is,
Uh,
I think I talked to AJ earlier today. I think he's gonna join us on Saturday, so we do have to convince Cassian at some point. So think of
since
a way to do that.
yeah, I mean like Cassie just doesn't have much stake.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just need to learn his character more. Like if he is like lawful, I mean he's assassin. He can't be lawful. You know, it's like
Yeah, I
if
actually
he's
You could
don't
be a
good
know.
or
lawful assassin.
yeah.
Mason, do you
So
have a like picture of the obelisk, like
what I
top-down
was
map?
what, didn't watch my video, did you?
I did.
Oh, well, I watched it for a couple seconds. I was like, oh, look at Mason go. And then I had other things to
Let me
do.
show my march really quick. Wait, let me
Mason,
actually just yeah.
do you think Obsidian's like sync plan is worth it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know
That's what
off the
I
top
was
of my
getting the vibe of too. Is it just like for $4 a month, I'm not even getting another vault, so it just doesn't seem like it's worth the money.
yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm screenshotting it now.
I say that because I want to like MS Paint this, um, and stream it so that we can have a canvas to work with.
Sorry.
Check your phone, Jit.
My phone? Where my phone at?
I'm screenshotting it from my iPad, so I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna take this and send it. There.
Operation Obelisk meeting is a go. Now we don't really need to roleplay. It's metagaming.
Woo!
All right.
Crop it how you please, if you so please.
Is top still south? Okay. I thought we changed that.
We did
Uh,
change that.
For small maps.
Yes. So we can.
Oh, I guess it would be on this then, huh?
Yeah, this is a small map, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase these.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
But we are coming in from the east.
Okay.
Okay, so we're actually coming in from
From the
this
right.
side.
Yeah. Well, that is the natural. Like if we look at where's it? Updated map. Yeah. Yeah. The natural way to go is a straight line to come in from a sort of southeast. But we can get around to the northwest and have Team B come in that way, pull all their forces away from
I'll
the
be right back.
southeast, and then have the main force then attack, staggered attacked.
Jorp, can you put on still the north, south, east, west? Just because, for the sake of my brain.
I will write it. Is it okay if I write it in a corner?
Go for it.
Oh my gosh, that is the smallest font ever.
4. And if you want to put the hex map in there too, you can do that.
The hex map. Yeah.
That way we know what we're talking about.
So I think. Are we role playing anymore?
No,
I
we're
mean,
metagaming.
We will.
Yeah, I don't really
eventually.
want to role play. Yeah. Torrent is gonna chime in and say that when we make our distraction, there's a chance that they will follow our distraction party, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they follow our distraction party, then they can lead them to a place full of traps.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. The
So
whole
what's
hex
the
full of
current
them.
plan so far? I'm gonna try and make note of all of this.
So we should specify who is in each group.
Yeah, we need a team A, team B. Team A is the main assault, and then yeah. So, team A needs to include the main cast of characters for this arc, which is Azariah, Andric, Genesis, Irvin, Lima, and Alistair.
I would have to be in Team A, right? Because you don't want Robert doesn't want two people that are playing the same
Yeah,
character. In the same...
Yeah,
Right.
a non needs to be in team A as well.
No, I want Lucen to be in Team A.
Okay.
Would he have a reason to be?
Genesis and
because
Andric.
all of Team A knew Bob.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Not Bob.
Oh my gosh.
Lucen.
Lucen, like that.
R.I.P. Bob.
All right,
Yep.
Bob.
And then Group B.
Your mom.
Group B is Rick,
Gonna be the rest. Rick and company.
Vinmir, Issa,
We can convince her, which we will, because metagaming.
Isabel.
Oh, it's ESA, not ISA.
Yes, it's Isabel. E. And then
My
Anon.
other character is Torrent. Lima's character is
Oisa.
Oisoi.
Yep.
Because it's Yoshio backwards.
Okay, got it.
Alistair doesn't have a double.
Alistair doesn't have a double.
Cassian.
Cassian.
Holy crow. We're stacked.
Okay, so in terms of levels, what are all? Because both of my characters are still level 1.
Both of my characters level 2.
Genesis is level 3.
Yeah.
Genesis is 100 points away from being level 4.
We should get
Is
a
it-
write-up for the session and just say level up.
That'd be funny.
So Mason, your two characters, I'm gonna actually
Both level
look at
2.
this. Both level 2. I'm gonna make that yellow. I shouldn't have made it yellow. That's a bad idea. I'm gonna make it blue.
Oh, that's a better one.
Okay. Mel, your characters?
4 and 1.
4. Holy
No,
cow.
sorry. No, 3 and 1. My bad. I was just talking about how
Okay.
I wish I was level 4.
3 and 1. No, my gosh. Oh, I also ordered them wrong. Alright, whatever.
Is Andric level 2?
Andric is 3.
Okay.
Vinmir is 1.
Andric is 3. Vinmir is 1. Irvin is 2. And Torrent is 1.
Wait,
Oisa
color
was
coding?
just made. Yep. Cassian was just made.
Anon
Do
is
we
1.
know?
And I'm
Lucen's
still
just
1.
made.
Yep.
Anon's still 1. Cool. And then Lima and Alistair. Lima
So,
might be level 2.
I think the one thing with Group B is Group B will also have other people in it, like NPCs basically, right?
I was actually thinking having Group A have all the knights and yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So Team B is just going to be a skeleton crew of those people, right?
Like,
Yes. Because
Hey,
all
look,
of these people
we're
are
a big
level
hairy
1 except for Rick.
But we're just distractions, so we're trying to like minimal.
Yeah.
wait, is
combat.
Vinmir only level 1 too? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Rick is leading Group B.
And that's scary.
That is scary.
Anand's like very close to level 2.
Lima's level 1, right?
Actually, I don't know.
I'm not sure. He might be level 2. I don't know how fast halflings level up.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's fine.
Let me go look.
I'm just gonna call him level 1, and Alistair is probably level 1, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Alistair
only
was
played a few
only
times.
in 1 or 2 times.
How many times has
Um,
Lima played?
Only once.
Okay, then he's probably still
Okay.
level 1.
He's probably level 1. So that's the layout we're looking at. Red's level 1, blue's level 2, purple's level 3.
Oh. We are out leveled.
That's okay.
Go ahead and put in Group
Um,
A 10 nights because I think we're going to be able to afford it.
10
Yeah.
nights?
How much does that cost?
That's gonna be
That's
1,000.
3,000 gold.
Yeah, but
3,000
if you,
gold.
yeah,
Andrik has that bag.
Really?
Does he
I
seriously?
think close to it. He's got like, um,
Jen has.
yeah, I have 2246 hidden at camp.
yeah. Bob had
Irvin's
like
got-
1,500 when he died.
We didn't get Bob's body though.
We couldn't
I
get
know,
Bob.
yeah.
We can't
Andrik
take
has a
that.
fat bag, guys. We just need 800 more gold.
Irvin also
makes
has
sense.
2,000 something.
Genesis
gold.
has 2,913.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
But
We've got
she has
a
to
lot
use
of gold.
1,000 to get her freaking magical items back.
Rick has 725. And Azariah has 688.
It's
Okay,
because you've
so
played both.
Yeah, it's because I play both.
What's the assault plan here?
I'm thinking Group B has bombs.
BS and bombs.
Everyone has at least
Mhm.
everyone
Okay.
has at least one. And what's hard is that the terrain does not help us in the slightest. We don't have horses. We can't afford them. Our characters don't know how to ride them, more than likely.
Actually, hold on a minute. How much does a horse
Mhm.
cost in these rules?
It would have to be a war horse.
Look,
Yeah, how much does a war horse cost?
Give me a second.
Uh,
I have the tomb pulled up.
Vinmir can ride horses. He actually gets a +1 to attacks while riding horses.
What?
Ooh,
Yep.
that's
Aura
different.
farming. Hello.
Warhorse is 250 gold.
What?
That's pennies.
Yeah.
I'm buying a war horse.
But
I have-
we really want the horses on Group B is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
because
you
we.
said Vinmir.
Right, Andrik is gonna buy a war horse for Vinmir, basically.
So then is the plan Vinmir goes in solo on his horse, throws bombs everywhere, and then runs towards the rest of Group B to
I
finish them?
don't think that's a great idea. He will get peppered by bows and die.
True.
Here's the thing. I think we're going off the assumption that if we throw bombs and run away, that like a
They'll
huge
follow.
portion of the army is gonna follow. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that is a very good point.
Why not?
Why would
I mean,
they?
like,
If a bunch of people throw bombs at you
Yeah.
and they run away, it's pretty clear that it's some kind of trap, especially if they don't actually do anything to you.
At best, I can see like
bombs are
maybe
gonna
like 5
Yeah,
people
Yeah.
coming.
Well, if we kill a bunch of people,
That is fair.
um,
That is fair.
Like, I
The-
mean, we have specific buildings to aim for, barracks, all these different things. Just throwing
the
them in
thing
the
is,
trench.
we should just plan that they're gonna follow us, and if they don't follow us, then
We
Group
adapt.
B circles back.
Okay, and then they cut them off,
another assault.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at some point, Group B's job is to come and support Group A,
Mhm.
whatever's left of them, which I really hope is all of them.
Yep.
Would it be possible to like kidnap someone important from the camp? I feel like that's too hard.
We already have.
Omori?
We've
'Cause
already
I-
kidnapped 2 of the people from.
Well, yes,
The
but,
shooting.
yeah, that's true.
And we're not going to be able to get to them, sadly. So we could try to get Omori, but I doubt that's going to be successful.
Hmm.
That was a thought that I had, was holding Omori hostage, and just walking in there.
It's not the worst
Hey,
idea
also-
ever.
What are we doing about Velasquez?
Ah, frick.
I think we need to talk to the Church of Decay, which means Robert needs to be here, which means we should plan the assault before that.
Yeah, so can someone keep a running note of the RP that we need to do when Robert gets here?
Yes. Okay. I can.
Yeah, you got that, Mel?
I will do it. So we need to have. Okay, hold on.
Decay.
Hold on. Let me.
I'm holding on. I don't know what on is, but I'm holding it.
It's we have Anon. Okay, so RP to do with Robert when he joins.
Yep.
Okay, 1.
Church of Decay
Church of Decay.
or Velasquez.
For Velasquez. 2.
2.
Talking to Finnick. Glenn.
Oh, that's 2. Yeah.
Glenn and crew. Finnick.
One more. Rick needs to talk to Webbridge.
Rick also should look at another of the magic items that I have. See if that'll be useful.
Ooh. Well, he's already done read magic today.
Well, it's the next day.
No, it's the night of him reading.
Okay. Well, when Robert gets back, it will be the next day.
Mason, you said Rick needs to talk to who?
Webbridge. W-E-B-B. Bridge.
Okay. So, Church of Decay, Glenn's party, Finnick to get answers as to the fiction stuff, and then Webbridge.
Azariah needs to speak to Finnick as well.
So, Finnick, I'll just put Jen and Az.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll put Issa with Glenn. And then I guess we could put Rick can go to the Church of Decay. Or no, Az has to. Because Az made the promise, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. Azariah was just part of it. All of us in that group did.
Okay.
What was the promise?
The promise that Velasquez made us promise that whatever is keeping him alive, that we would stop. Like we'd make sure that keeps going. But the thing that keeps going, the thing that's keeping him alive right now is the obelisk. And Velasquez we need for answers.
Do we really need him for that many more answers?
I think the main answers we need right now are from Ferrotornax.
Okay.
But I love Velasquez.
I think Ferrotornax is locked behind the progression of us being able to find something to free him. So I don't think we're going to get Ferrotornax's information for a very long time.
Yeah. I think literally like maybe 2 sessions after the obelisk, if we're successful, we'll be able to free him.
2 sessions?
Yeah, because all we need is a piece of the obelisk.
Maybe.
We need something very magically
here's the thing.
powerful.
Here's the metagaming thing. So we found out that the thing that was holding Ferrotornax was the anti-magic talent wizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we think that that's who the fake Tyronus is an anti-magic wizard.
Yes.
So when we have to figure out what happens to the obelisk, and what happens to the obelisk can help us figure out how to free Ferrotornax, yes, but I don't know if it's going to be like a direct I don't think that the anti-magic wizard is in there. I think that he has some sort of he's maybe channeling it somehow. Because
which is another reason why I think we're not getting that for a while.
Also because Ferrotornax was already in this cage thing when the obelisk came. Ferrotornax barrier is older than the obelisk, so
he's been there for like 2,000 some years.
Yeah.
Which is when the old castle was not old and the abandoned village was not abandoned.
And he said the obelisk came like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is interesting. Weird.
I wonder how long the she ring have been there.
That's true. Okay.
Anyway,
back to the plan.
Back to the plan. So we're assuming that Group B all has at least 1 bomb each. We can afford that and make that happen. The bombs need to be targeted towards the barracks Omori's tent and the prefabs and maybe even the trench.
I say we give 1 Molotov and 1 bomb per member of Group B.
Yes.
So they each throw a thing and then start running.
Based off math, at least one of them's failing.
Yeah.
That's fine though, because if you fail, it goes in a random direction. We just have to make sure people are spaced out correctly.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because I think the thing
So
that's
we're targeting
the,
barracks in the trench.
Yeah, barracks, trench, prefabs, and Omori's tent.
the bomb folly that happened yesterday was because you guys were in an enclosed space.
Yes.
So if we miss, there's a random direction. We just have to make sure that the people are spaced off far enough apart so that if there is a miss, it won't hit them.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
What sucks here is that Group B is vastly outnumbered, and that's on purpose as well as difficult. Group
I
B
wonder
is taking a massive
if-
risk.
I wonder if we could get a launcher of some kind for the
cup?
bombs.
This is where the dwarves come in.
So I think the dwarves should be in Group B. I think they need something.
Dwarves are not gonna go. They're going to build something. I got that
Okay.
confirmed by Robert. They are not soldiers or civilians.
Robert did say there were trebuchets kind of just chilling around the camp for some reason.
You think we just take one?
It depends what he decides on.
How
But
about
if we
put
can
on
take
there-
one
Put on there
trebuchet-
trebuchet ?
Wait,
Another question for Robert.
It says a catapult only costs 100 gold.
Yeah, but Robert's gonna have different rules about that because we're an up and coming kingdom.
That's fair.
I'm making note to
Imagine-
ask Robert about trebuchet.
Imagine Group B is just sacking the obelisk, and they're like, "Holy crap, they have a trebuchet!" And then Group A comes out of nowhere from the other side.
Oh,
Like
one more thing
10
to
knights.
probably do is if I would assume like not all of the forces go after Group B, and like some might stay behind,
Hmm.
and so we gotta make sure somehow that the once like you remember the thing that they had to alert everyone in camp.
Yes.
So we
What?
gotta like take those out somehow. So
Group
that
A needs to take out any alert systems so that the people who get drawn away by Group B don't get drawn back.
don't come back. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
There's alert systems. I was unaware
Yeah.
of this.
I was
Genesis-
never-
we-
Genesis-
We saw those last time.
Genesis snuck around and saw all these things, so she could point out where they are.
Bob did as well, but R.I.P.
R.I.P. to a homie.
R.I.P.
What is it? Amori? Is that what it is?
It was a
Um,
gong.
Mori, that's the leader of the camp.
Oh.
Whoops.
Is that what it looked like? I imagined all the prefabs and barracks and stuff being in a more centralized area that you could see.
If you remember, Bob and Genesis went around the trench opposite directions, and they both saw mirrored things.
Oh, did they? Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
remember that.
Okay. So target, Rex, and warning system. Okay. So we can get up in the nitty gritty with it now.
The gritty?
The gritty.
We
call
we
this
need to
not-
we need to know the terrain too. It's not going to be helpful because it's the Blightlands, but we need to know if there's hills.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said
That's
there
why.
was
Yeah,
hills.
that's why I wanted to like
'Cause the-
survey the land
The
again.
old castle, when we approached it, it was a whole bunch of hills. Right?
Yeah.
Because we said that we saw a whole bunch of zombies and skeletons and whatever walking around, and it was hilly. And then we had to go up the hill in order to get to the old castle.
Yeah.
So perhaps we could use that to our advantage in the sense that we could get maybe some kind of high ground, but I don't know how the land is around it.
I mean, yeah, AJ was able to hide somewhere and be like a sniper.
That's true.
But that was Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I love the point. Drop him. Grungy would be so freaking useful right now, and the fact that
Yeah. The fact that he
Actually, really
blew
sad that
up,
he
he
died.
Gus
Yeah.
framed himself, dude.
Yep.
Is there
it
anybody
really
that
sucked.
is good at Dex? Nobody's
I
as good at
I
Dex
would.
as
I'm good
Grungy
at
is.
Dex.
I'm good at Dex.
I'm a
as well.
thief. My whole thing is Dex.
So
Also,
you guys would
Aegis
be
new
good with
characters.
guns.
Aegis new
I g-
characters also.
What did you say,
Dex based.
Jorb?
I said you guys would be good with guns.
I got a character that's good with Dex, but he is not available.
Nice.
Another one? Third?
Robert's favorite child as a third character.
Stop it. It's not true. False.
Are you sure about that?
Mel, don't even.
Okay. So what back to the plan. What do we want to happen here?
I
You're
want
saying B needs to go in and do what?
B needs to come in from the opposite direction that is natural from the
Gotcha.
mark.
Yeah.
And
this
so
way, from the
yes.
west.
Yes, from the west. And so they need to take the time to go around and do that. B is then going to set traps while they're out there, assault, retreat when time, and then when followed, hopefully, they will encounter traps and then take out whatever is left of those forces and then regroup with A. While B is drawing those forces away, A is going to wait for the opportune time to then strike. Oh, yes! Robert said that I have the cleric version, the better version of protection from evil.
Oh, thank the
Very
Lord.
nice. This is probably a stupid question, but
No, he changed it. He said if you learn it, then it's the magic you use version.
Dang.
So I'm gonna learn it because I want to learn spells. Sorry.
stupid question, but we haven't tried to be democratic about this because we think that they'll be hostile towards us because their spies did in return. Correct? Or like
Correct.
the peaceful.
I mean, they wouldn't let us anywhere near the obelisk last time we came there, and they're not going to change now. Especially now that we kidnapped 2 of their people, they're definitely not going to let us in.
They're not. We can't just go up to them and be like, "Hey, I'm dying. Can I go touch the
Yeah,
obelisk?"
I thought about Rick going out there from B and with like a white rag
Mhm.
because they would be able to see you, and then they would probably come out, try to have that conversation. Maybe Rick has some aura, be like, "I'll give you this one opportunity.
Mhm.
You're surrounded."
He snaps his fingers, and they just.
He says, "Kill."
Drop him. Rick snaps his fingers. A trebuchet launches a fireball from behind him that they couldn't see. It's like, what the?
Okay. So one thing that I'm seeing with this plan is that the group B, right, has to go make the feint attack and then retreat through the trapped lands.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
How do we make sure they don't fall into their own traps? Because Robert would definitely make us roll stuff for that.
We can make them follow a very specific path, and we can lay out that path and explain how they all follow the path very specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all characters. These aren't like NPCs. So
Robert
it would
makes
make
us
sense.
roll things if we don't describe very, very particularly.
Yes, and
Like a
so we
roll.
can describe very particularly that there is this path they have to take to get on the other side of it, and there's this very specific path they take to get back.
So we should have a marking system that marks the path they should take.
Yes.
What is directly to the west of? Oh, we don't know. Wait, yeah, we don't know.
Wait, how are you gonna trap flat ground? It's the blight land.
That's true. It's gonna be a lot of pitfalls.
We gotta do a lot of digging.
Shoot, you are correct. How do we do that?
Mm.
Mines.
We can set
Wait,
up
they're
bombs
fuses.
again.
Like landmines. Okay.
These bombs are fuses, though. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
we? We don't know if they would chase us into like 2 hexes away.
I
Because
doubt it.
two
Yeah.
2 hexes away would be the forest, which would be really easy to trap them in. But
We're talking about 1 hex maximum.
yeah, it is flat lands, and it is. I mean, truthfully, the trapped land is probably a mile away from the obelisk, which is not much.
Yeah, for a flat land chase, a mile is way shorter than you think it is. You know.
Could we
Yeah.
potentially wait? Could we potentially cover the land in oil, and then we run past?
The entire
Could do
land.
that.
But I mean, at least like a line. Like we get enough oil flasks, we cover it in like a line of oil,
You get them in a circle of oil and just light it ablaze, and then pick them off.
and then we run past, so that we can light the oil behind us.
Yeah, they get all in the circle. We light the oil. They have a wall
You
of
have
fire around them.
Wait. That's an amazing idea. That's how we can trap them.
We have
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you
okay.
say?
Hold on. Andric gave Issa the rest of his alcohol, whole bunch of bottles
A lot of alcohol.
that we just lay out along with oil. We make a flammable trap. We set it ablaze. They're stuck in this circle, and then we can get them from around.
Yeah, we could just use our bows and just pick them off through the circle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need some specifics here.
So we'll make a gigantic circle of oil, and we'll
How
wait for
big?
the right moment when they are in that circle, and then we light the oil on fire. And when I mean significant, I mean like a lot of oil and alcohol. And we could probably
how do
put
we-
pitfalls in there too.
How do we make sure they don't see the circle of oil before they walk into it?
I mean, it's gonna be
It's basically black
liquid
tar on the
on-
ground.
Strong oil.
I mean, we're also doing it with alcohol too, so it would be clear vodka.
Okay.
And it's also grass, so it would light up.
What we could do is have we make the circle out of vodka. No. Vodka evaporates, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because they make Molotovs out of vodka.
Right, but Molotovs have a top.
That's true.
Dinner.
What
The
if we
circle
put?
needs to
what
be
if we-
individual.
What if we at least get them to a spot, and then we have, like, slingshots and trebuchet stuff, chuck the oil at them.
That is another good idea.
Or
We could have people ready and waiting,
Yeah.
shooting them with it.
that's
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Or I have a great idea. We do the Viking way. We have them go over a hill, and on the other just on the other side of that hill, it's gotta be like a steeper hill. Just on the other side of that hill is a massive mud pit. Our friends run around it, but since they're gone over the hill, the enemy can't see them, so they just run straight over the hill, and they all get trapped in the mud pit.
That seems like
Vikings.
it's easily avoidable.
That takes a lot of water as well. We would need
Yeah.
like oceans of water to make a mud pit like that.
Brother, we're right by the ocean. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I know what you mean.
We're really not.
We're really not. We are several hexes away.
We're like 6 miles.
I think if could we bomb trebuchet bombs, and then have just like ready to throw oil and crap and light them up. And it doesn't even have to be hitting them. It just has to hit the grass around them.
What if the circle is made up of individual charges that all go off in a sequence?
How
So
would we
that way
do that though?
they can be buried like a very thin layer under the soil. It's just I have an idea, and the idea is that we lay a really long rope that is infused with oil, like soaked in oil.
Mhm.
We lay this rope soaked in oil in the ring initially, and then under the ground around it are little oil canisters that ignite and
How would we set it off?
uh
Light the rope on
oh
fire.
Light the
no,
fuse.
we'd have to light the rope on fire from a distance away.
Maybe have
So we
someone
would-
waiting.
We'd need maybe like 1,000 feet of rope, but that is okay.
That's doable. Rope's
It's
not
the oil that's
expensive.
going to cost us.
Yeah.
How do we get all these items there? We have a cart.
We can buy.
We
should
can
buy
buy a
or
cart.
something.
If we're bringing a trebuchet, then that's kind of like a cargo payload.
Imagine going through like the thick forest with a trebuchet.
Oh my gosh, we do have to do that. Oh
It's a
no.
hag. A black hag.
Fire the trebuchet at the black hag. 4 billion damage, mother trucker.
4 bombs.
You have 36
Memories
hit points
about
mean nothing to
vehicles.
us.
Yes. 70 d8s. Go. There's a 0 in 6 chance you survive. Suck my fat one.
What is this voice?
Probably my 4th character. Yes. This is just like a higher class mark. Dorp knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Aha, suck it.
Okay.
I am not a fan of the obelisk.
Okay. So group A,
Full frontal assault.
full frontal. Interesting.
That's what it's called.
I know. I'm sorry. So we have to, but group A has its own kind of mini teams because we have all the people, all of our reinforcements, and then we have
Nope.
the main cast who have to get like to the obelisk.
The idea that I had is that it's spear formation. The knights are in front. They need to take the heavy hits. Then it's followed by the main cast and crew with Glenn and the gang helping out. Hopefully some clerics too that we can maybe bring along.
Robert
I don't
said
think
we
we're
could,
gonna get any clerics.
Robert said we could get clerics. I was talking to him about it earlier.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
because we
Yeah,
have
but they're
the
like lower
church.
level.
They're lower
They
level.
won't be in battle with us.
I thought he
but
said they weren't gonna be people going in with the church. Like,
Oh,
we
they'll
could
be able
just
to
get
heal us
healed.
after. That's what he was saying.
They'll be at the
Yeah.
camps basically. We set up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we won't
that's-
have them in battle with us. I don't think.
That's fine. It's good enough. And the formation that I was thinking was arrowhead for the knights, big clump with Genesis in the dead center behind said arrowhead.
What if we had an assault vehicle to take the hits, and then we deploy our troops from the vehicle?
Like a giant Trojan horse.
Yeah, kinda.
That
But
would be
it
sick.
doesn't have to be much. It literally just has to be like a wooden wall on wheels.
hmm
Oh, and then they can like flank around it when it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should build that. Right? Like that sounds
Dwarves.
simple enough to build.
Dwarves.
Do that.
Dwarves. Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that
Dwarves,
down.
assault vehicle.
Robert's gonna make us take like 8 days to get there because of this stuff. And he's gonna be like, Genesis died. Oh.
Well, turn around.
No, we're sacking the
Two
freaking
black
obelisk
hags
regardless.
this time.
Dude, we almost killed that black hag. Dang it.
I don't know.
We had 11 hit points left.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? He told you? Dang.
He didn't tell us. I may have looked in the referee handout.
That's crazy. What's crazy is that Azariah and Rick now have the same HP.
That is crazy.
What's crazy is that Irvin can still get one shot by a zombie.
How much HP does he have?
8.
Ooh.
That's scary, especially going into war with the She-Red.
Irvin's gotta be by me.
Irvin can stand 240 feet away and wait. How long is hypnosis? I don't know, but phantasmal force can be done from 240 feet away.
Dang.
I say you save hypnosis for that cleric dude, because we don't know what he could do, right?
I
Cleric
I
dude?
don't even know what cleric dude y'all are talking about.
The
Were you
cleric-
not in the...
Omori.
No, I've never
Yeah.
interacted with the Elvish before.
Oh,
Okay.
he is a
Oh,
cleric. Yeah, I don't know what that
yeah,
guy's capable of.
yeah, so I feel like sleep's kind of our only defense against him, maybe? Unless we think of something else.
Okay, hypnotism's 30 feet.
I'm
Shoot.
th Yeah, I'm thinking he's like some sort of cleric or like magic caster or something.
He is a
That-
cleric because Robert said that he is a cleric of a god that we didn't recognize because we couldn't figure out like his ornaments and stuff. What were they?
Do
That's-
clerics get like damage spells or like something? along those
Eventually,
lines?
I wouldn't know. I only had one level and I had turn undead and it was barely working.
If you
So
look
it's a
at
possibility.
spell tracker, hold on, cleric spell, cleric spell.
I succeeded on
reference.
one guy in that stupid cave because of their stupid amulets.
Yep, third level. That's when they have striking and they can do damage. Then fourth level does sticks to snakes. And then fifth level. Yeah, they only get a total of 2 damage spells. But this is a cleric that we would recognize, not a cleric that we don't recognize.
I just thought of a thing that Torrent could make that might be able to launch Molotovs based on Robert's discretion.
What?
The idea is that it uses the mechanism for a crossbow, and so it takes 3 crossbow strings and lines the bottle up against those,
Oh.
and then
My
you fire
gosh.
all 3 at once, and it boom.
Get more
And
range
this is
with it.
for Plan B's trap,
Yeah.
I assume?
Probably. Yeah.
It could, yeah, I think it's for the initial assault. I think
Okay.
someone from B during the feint attack, whoever's like weakest or whatever, stays behind, however many feet, and then has like 5 of these things set up with Molotovs just to kind of cause havoc,
And so these are just catapults with Molotovs?
basically.
Like little mini catapults. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's hilarious. While Cassian is running around like a madman, just stabbing people. Ding, ding, ding. He can stab and run so quickly. It's
You're
terrifying.
right.
Yeah. But they can move 240 feet. What are
Yeah.
we on? Okay. Yeah, so Team A, this is where things get tricky because we run out of known information really fast. Does Genesis need to touch the obelisk? Does she need to go down into the church? If she needs to touch the obelisk, how do we get across that 20-foot trench? If she needs to go into the church, how do we get down into the trench?
Could be
Rope.
part of the assault vehicle.
Oh,
Like a the
yeah.
assault vehicle, like the wall can hinge back together into one solid plank, and then we just wait. How do
We
we
could
get it
just
to
use a
fall
rope.
into place?
To get a
lost-
Yeah,
rope,
we could-
rope to get down, but across?
Grappling hook.
Mm.
That is true, but it would just require us to climb a rope to get there.
That's true.
Surely would they not
I mean,
have
yeah,
like
we
a
could make the
way-
assault vehicle have a mode where we just unlatch something, it goes up to be like 30 feet, and then it falls down.
I mean, I'm thinking the wall is already probably 30 feet in total. So if it hinges back together into a plank, the
Just
problem
move it.
is lifting it up. I don't
Mhm.
know how we're gonna do that.
Have it be, instead of 30 feet wide, have it just be 30 feet tall. And then it just hinges back together to be a solid shape and just...
I think that's
traversing
gonna be
with
a nightmare to transport.
Yeah.
All of this is going to be a nightmare to transport.
um,
I know exactly what Rob's going to say. Well, it's going to take you longer to get there.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, it means we have to pay for the guards. What are we even doing with the guards?
fodder, cannon fodder.
Do we need them?
We can't. I mean, like, yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
need 10
'cause-
of them?
I would argue the more the merrier. What is the okay? Of the 5 people here with the 10 characters that we have, what is the collective amount of gold that we 10 characters have?
Yeah, let's treasure
I have
this.
like 3,000 total because
A little under 2,000 now that I bought a horse.
I'm looking at about just over 1,000.
I'm gonna do these exact calculations. Irvin has 2,960. Torrent has someone else.
Issa has 60. Genesis has 2,913.
Azariah has 688. And Rick has 725.
Non has 450. Lucen unfortunately doesn't have anything.
Okay. And Andric.
Jacob,
Mhm.
how much gold does Andric have?
Alright, a little under 2,000.
Exactly how much?
Let me find the exact number.
Or
What's how much does Vinmir have?
It is, well, this isn't updated. Why is this not updating? What the heck? Okay. For some reason, the notes thing didn't update. 1996. Oh, wait, plus 132. So 2128.
And then Vidmir?
12.
All right, so we're looking at 10,193 gold.
amongst the 10 of us, not including Alistair, Lima, Oisoy, and Cassian.
I think we shouldn't rely on them to have much gold.
I don't think
Alistair
so.
might
either.
have some though, right? Alistair?
The expeditions that he's been on have not garnered much
But
gold.
the
I
issue
think
is
that-
Jolin won't be here on Saturday.
That's true. You.
He is at the tavern table right now. He can fork over his gold.
Yep.
What
Okay.
the? Well, okay, when I edit the PDF, it doesn't save.
It doesn't?
Are you downloading it by saying save?
Well,
with
I'm editing
changes?
it in Obsidian,
Oh,
and it's not
I didn't know you could do
saving
that.
when I change page. Yeah.
Type something, click off of it, like click off in the note, and then change page, come back, see what it does.
If that doesn't work, then try that.
Yeah, the
first.
PDF doesn't save.
I think I know why it would be a software thing, because like I think it's pointing to your PDF every time, and so when you make a change, it's not re-downloading the file. So when you come back, it just deletes
Okay.
all the changes and points back to.
So
your
I have
PDF.
to dump those PDFs into my Obsidian folder, basically.
Maybe.
Let me try that.
I don't actually know. I've never done PDF editing on Obsidian.
Yeah, I haven't either. I just upload them and copy and paste.
I use
Yeah, well,
Google.
I imported my character sheets onto it to make it easier. Let me try that. Oh, thanks. Ad block. I didn't want you to open.
Oh, so you actually have to take off of Group A and Group B. You have to take off a Lucen and Anon.
You are right. Okay. Do the guards go with Group A or Group B? Probably Group A.
Group A. So it just depends on how long it's gonna take us to get there with all of these things that we may or may not get from Robert. I think we assess whether or not we're able to get Trebuchet and all the walking wall and all that kind of stuff, and then answer the question about the knights.
I think we abandon the trebuchet in favor of Torrent's crossbow mechanism.
I concur. It's going to be cheaper and easier to transport.
Yep. Well,
we
maybe it might not be cheaper. I don't know, but it will be easier to transport.
Yes, and the walking wall can easily be a cart full of things.
So they're using the trebuchet?
No.
We're not using
No,
that.
Torrent's catapult or crossbow?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to run a blueprint by Robert and see if he approves that it would be like a usable distance. What do we think is a usable distance for this mechanism? 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 to 80.
Okay.
I'd say 60 just to be on the side of making Robert think it's more believable.
Robert, I want
mean,
to use
I
this
think-
device at 5 feet.
Yeah. Let me see. How much is a crossbow? A crossbow's 30 gold pieces, and we need 3 of those mechanisms
Oh.
to freaking launch.
It's
Okay.
90 gold at least.
And that's 90 gold per. It's definitely gonna take like 4 actions to reload that John.
I mean, actually, would take to reload a catapult. Trebuchet.
Let me look.
Probably
Actually,
would take a turn.
I also don't even know where it says trebuchet in the player's tome.
I see catapult.
I-
I don't see trebuchet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it says catapult, but catapults are supposed to be affixed to ships. So any land catapults are going to be at Robert's discretion.
That's true.
Interesting.
Hey, me and Jacob are engineers. We can build a trebuchet.
We've done it before.
Jacob's
That's true.
been launched in the air by one.
I
That's
have been
true.
launched into the air by one. Joel saw it.
I did.
What?
Yeah, so when we were taking apart the trebuchets, right, these people built a 16 by 16 base. And so the safety guy was like, well, the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna have some people pull it over while other people lift it, I guess. And so I was on the team of people lifting it, and we went to switch, and my hands were like this, and then everyone let go, and I went, ooh.
Oh my
He did
god.
let
So
go.
I went
It's-
16 feet
yeah.
up in the air, and I'm like, like in slow mo. I'm like 16 feet up in the air. Everyone's looking up at me. I'm looking down, and I'm like, this is it. I'm going to die. And then so I started to fall back the other way. At one point, I got hit really hard in the shoulder by a giant like wooden 2x4, and then I let go. And get this, this was like plus 1,000,000% aura. I land on both of my feet just fine.
What?
I just land on my 2 feet. I fall like 15 feet and I land. And the only thing that happened was my hard hat came off and it fell on the ground in front of me. And I would just land on my 2 feet.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
crazy. And I was
gosh.
watching it all like unfold.
Yeah, Joel was
a
like,
couple
"Oh my
trebuchets
gosh,
away.
he's gonna die."
Well, at first I didn't think it was you, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know that dude."
Yeah.
That is some insane dad lore.
I fell 15 feet from the air and landed on both my feet. No reaction.
You really are a
That was the
cat.
part where I was like, "Dang, this is cool. I didn't die."
Jacob,
Wow.
is that where the idea for freaking Solazar came from? Because you're a cat and you landed on your feet?
No, that wasn't where it came from. The idea from Solazar came from because I thought it'd be funny.
Period. Okay, so it seems like we have a lot of questions to ask Robert.
Yep.
We need to discuss. I don't actually know. I had a thought and now it's gone. What do we do if we fail?
Fail which part of it? The Group B assault or the Group A assault or all of
Any
it?
any phase of this?
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. What determines failure here?
we can't get Genesis to the obelisk.
I would say initial. Okay, that's one, and then like the distraction not working. Like that would be a failure too, no?
To some
It would
degree,
be a predicted failure.
yeah, it would be okay. Well, B can't get them to follow, so now B and A
Here's
sandwich the obelisk.
Yep. Here's the backup plan.
Okay, okay.
If Genesis can't get to the obelisk, with our manpower, I feel like the only option is to go get the mountain.
And like immediately try again.
Yep. In fact, we might even
Like force march. That's how bad it is.
well, I mean, we might even have people camp out. Vinmir goes back on his horse, gets
Yep.
the mountain, and they ride back out to us to our camp. We assault as soon as possible.
That'd be sick. Except war horses aren't meant for long-term transport. That's what it said here, or like
I thought that was
long-distance
the whole
rides.
point of a horse.
Well,
What
the
the heck?
war horse is it's like short. It's quick for like short periods of time, and like it's not gonna get what's it called, scared by like loud explosions and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
you can get a ride horse too. I'm pretty sure that's
a
cheaper than.
warhorse has the same um, movement rate, like miles per day, as just walking.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Yeah. So you'd have to get a riding horse.
To if you want to go back
Okay.
to the mark, yeah.
That kind of sucks.
What is the difference here?
I did think of a Issa speaks Shiranese. So group B, I could try to see how I could if they're not following, how I could try to convince them, question mark, of something.
Insult them.
I'd be like,
Insult.
you turd.
All 8 million of them turn around and fall.
Okay,
Now,
I think
that's
I
another
put all of
question.
my
How many
PDFs.
how many people do we think are at the camp, by the way, or like
No freaking clue.
soldiers? We have
Last
no
time we
idea.
were there, we knew that there was a ton of them in the trench. No
Yeah.
idea what numbers though.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Can we assume the people in the trench are not combatants or like soldiers?
They're
Like they
barracks.
have. Yeah, but there was barracks, but like the one in the trenches. Wait, though, you said the barracks were in the trenches, or there were
No,
people?
there's barracks on the outside. There's prefabs for archaeological like digging. So you're right, there is going to be civilians in there, and we need to be cautious about that. But my guess is that this thing is heavily guarded, and that there's going to be more soldiers in archaeological.
Do we want to say like a rough estimate of like 50 soldiers?
I
That's
have
like a
no
broader
idea.
question, actually. Never mind.
Yeah, we're going to be fighting an uphill battle regardless.
Okay, so do we have a plan for Group A? We need to make a plan. It can't be willy-nilly.
In terms of what?
So Group A goes to the obelisk. Group B is a success. Some people follow, some people don't. Whatever. Group A, what happens next? They
Group A,
come in.
they fight,
question mark.
get their way to putting the plank down on the obelisk, protect that, get Genesis, touch the obelisk. If that doesn't work, rope down to the trench, get
Here's my
into the
question:
church.
is the obelisk like? Is it just a big stone thing, or is it like Tower of Isengard kind of situation?
Big stone thing, if I recall.
Because the picture makes
Maybe-
it look
maybe
like
not.
a leaning tower of pizza. Like it looks like a building.
That's an answer that our characters would know. So Robert
That
would
might
probably tell
be
us.
a lack of a better thing for Robert to use. Someone DM him,
Robert.
Robert.
because that's a quick answer.
Is obelisk like Washington Monument or like Isengard with rooms and and things?
Like, is it a tower or is it a solid
A
structure.
big piece, a big rock.
Oh, he's typing. It's like your mom. Oh, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. Oh, he stopped typing. Oh, he's got to think about it.
I don't know if he has to think about it, but I think he knows what it is.
It's like a bomb.
He makes it up as we go. He goes, BT dubs. I had no idea what was happening. I just said
I'm
obelisk.
fully expecting a beam of light up to sky moment.
A sky
From
beam.
the obelisk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fully expecting that.
I have no idea.
More like the Washington Monument, but like smaller, 20-foot diameter.
Got it.
So
So no
it
room
is completely solid.
So
to be solid.
just ask him, like, double check Mason. So completely solid. That we know of.
So
No rooms.
completely solid.
No rooms.
No rooms. He said likely.
Likely. Oh, maybe we don't know.
It's probably connected to the church at the bottom.
Yeah. Y'all probably didn't see any doors, is what happened.
Yeah. Okay.
So we place the bridge. We need a group of people surrounding Genesis. We need Genesis to have a guard, like a guard unit.
Azariah. Andric.
Vinmir?
Vinmir's
No,
with
that's
Group B.
double acting. We can't do
Vinmir's
that.
on Team B.
Lucian's gonna be with them, but I think I might try to disable their alert things if that's a part of. planning,
Dylan, you
or-
won't be there.
Huh?
Dylan, are you gonna be there?
Oh, on Saturday. That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's tragic. What if I just tell Robert to play my character?
Robert, like, Lucen stabs all of you in the back.
That's not what he would do.
He's like, oh, I thought you
No.
were the cannon fodder, not the other people. I wonder if we could convince Finnick to come with us.
No. There's no way. His time in
It's
battle is
good
over.
for-
He's mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Alright, we've got a okay. So Group A plan. Place bridge across it. Then what? If Genesis touches the obelisk, nothing happens. Next steps.
Go to church.
Are we going to kill everybody in the church?
I
What
don't
choice do
think
we
we
have?
should be killing people willy-nilly unless we have to.
I mean, I agree with that, but we can't. I don't think subduing is gonna be effective here. To much degree. I think we're walking into our first war scenario, and so our characters are. It's hard. I don't really know what to say about it.
This
What
isn't a
if we get
situation where
down
we can be
to-
like, let's just diplomatize our way through it like we have with the other ones. There's gonna have to be some innocents killed probably on their side.
Well, I'm
Well,
not
what if we
saying
take out all the
that. I'm
guards?
just saying, like, if we get in there and it's just a bunch of defenseless priests, it's like there's no
Oh,
reason
then
for us
no.
to kill them all.
No, yeah, I mean, use discretion is what I'm saying, but like,
We should have them surrender if they're defenseless.
Yeah,
and
like
then
any
tie them up and stuff.
any archaeological guy or priest or whatever that does if they don't even have a weapon on them, don't mess with them. You know,
Mhm.
like
Wait, for the
But
missing
then
inform. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I
This
was
is a
gonna say,
later
what
thought.
if we get down there and we're like, oh, it's a bunch of useless priests, and the priests are like, oh man, you got us, except for this super cool laser beam. We all die.
then we die trying our best.
Okay.
Is there any chance that we could scout out what the obelisk like looks like again
I
I
have a
plan on
better.
sending.
before Group A full on goes?
I'm planning to have one member of each, like poke their head over like a hill or something and look like we did before.
Because we need to get like a full view of the obelisk and see, is there doors? Does it look like it's got rooms in it or something? Or is it just like a giant like crystal?
We don't know.
I'm gonna touch it with my hands,
but-
and then I think I'm going to take out the holy symbol and like touch that to it and see if that does something.
Mhm.
There's a lot depending on what the heck the obelisk is. And how do I stop the dreams from this?
Is Robert not gonna let us question the spies that we brought back?
No,
What if we like ask around, try to?
We
I don't
don't
know.
have time to.
Can we pull any strings?
We don't have time to.
there's not many strings to pull.
It's the Marquis. He sucks. We hate him.
Okay. So, back to the plan. If Genesis touches the obelisk, nothing happens. Then we have to go down into the pit, and the pit has a lot of people in it, right?
From the last time we were there, yes. Hopefully a
Is there
mix of
such
soldiers and
Is there such thing as like a smoke bomb or a sleeping mist thing?
What do smoke bombs burn? I know they burn something to make a lot of smoke.
incense. I have no idea.
Unsure.
Essential oils.
Um, hmm.
Can't believe that I have to get through tomorrow in order to get to Saturday.
I know. I literally was talking. I was like, "What do you mean I have to get through a whole Friday before we get to like enact anything and figure out what the heck is going on?"
Yeah, this is upsetting me. I have to take a midterm on Saturday.
Oh,
Because I can't on Sunday.
I have to work 11 to 2 and then immediately run. I'm literally getting off of work and being like, "Okay, bye," and I'm rushing home and like changing and like sitting down and be like, "I'm ready."
Wait, what time are we playing?
3.
Oh my gosh, okay.
We're playing
What?
at 3? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
I work until 2. I can't get my shift covered more than that.
Well, I thought we were playing later.
Oh.
I think I can still make it, but
It's
I
it's
mean,
labeled.
I can.
Oh, it is labeled at 3 p.m. Huh.
I didn't know that.
Because you said 12 initially, Mason.
I did. I really thought we just defaulted to 7 again.
Jacob, are you with us?
I'm with this. I'm trying to figure something out with Obsidian, but I am listening.
Okay. Are you taking the notes on Obsidian?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's why I'm trying to figure it out while there's dead time, because I'm trying to figure out stuff, but it is kind of frustrating. They don't make it easy.
guys, I'm real stressed about this.
We'll be fine.
Ah.
Genesis can't die. She's the main character, right?
Yeah, it's
Right?
the rest of us that
What
need
if
to
we
worry.
do all this and Genesis dies?
I actually have an image for that generating right now.
What?
Hold on. Actually, kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Send it.
It's just, it's generating. Hold on. I'm sorry. Play.
I feel like, and I don't want to say this as a being like I'm so main character in all of these things. It's been really.
But she's so main character in all
she's
these things.
so main
Yes.
character in all these things, and Finnick is like she's not dying on my watch. I feel like if she gets to a death point, there's gonna be divine intervention.
Maybe.
Because like Finnick is like no shot, Azariah is like no shot, Andric is like no shot. Is G Genesis, or is this
No,
the
G
group?
is group G, which is Glenn and her party, and then the guards.
Glen Gang guards.
Yep. Well, okay.
I sent it in expeditions.
Dang.
Hold on.
Actually, really proud of AI with this one.
Oh dang. Super Saiyan go crazy.
Yeah.
Is that Azariah or Rick?
That's Azariah.
That's pretty sick, not gonna lie.
We lose his ever-loving mind. Also, he would have failed, and that's just gonna make him even more mad.
Yeah. Genesis can't die. There's too many character arcs that are dependent on her.
At this present moment, best believe like the next 5 arcs of the story are gonna have nothing to do with Genesis.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're gonna get like this. I can't wait for like the Irvin arc. I'm actually really excited for that. Because there's just that thing's just jam packed with lore, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I feel like we have got this pretty dang figured out. What do we not have figured out?
What's gonna
I'm
happen
gonna
when she
rate-
touches the obelisk?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
rewrite
yeah.
Group B's thing.
My question is, if we have to destroy the obelisk, how?
Mm,
Very J.
We don't have that though, right? Because we're going without that.
A lot of sword swinging.
a sword swinging.
Could we bomb it?
Do we have like?
The bombs
That'd be
probably
a
don't
lot
do
of
enough
bombs.
damage.
How do we feel about the Knights of the Marquee watching us do illegal bomb activity?
I don't think they care.
They're
They
getting paid.
They are
And
getting paid.
and he said it's only illegal inside of the Westmark, right, or something along those lines. Like they just want to make sure that we don't use them in the Westmark, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, the bombs. The
Yeah,
bombs
yeah,
are
yeah.
specifically illegal in the mark.
Yeah.
Outside of the mark, it's kind of like you have a really powerful weapon, so we don't know if we really trust you with that. But I think we're worried more about the killing. Just killing freaking everybody
Yeah.
in front of some guards.
I want to turn these guards to our side. I think it's doable. Because like right now they're super aligned with the marquee. I think Rick might be able to.
I think Rick and Vinmir
Use-
could talk though.
Yeah.
Vinmir is still aligned to his noble. You guys haven't convinced him to no longer be aligned to the marquee. You just convinced him to help you in this specific situation.
I think we can convince Vinmir is going to take a minute, but I think Rick might be able to lay some foundational stuff for the guards. And it's not like
The warning system. Sorry.
Group A takes out the warning system.
Group A does that?
Group B is too focused on getting them away from the.
Well, what if the warning
Unless-
system was just another target for Group B to hit?
If they hit it, nice.
what-
If they don't, it's okay. Because Group A is going
What
to do it.
specifically is it? Is it a bell?
It's a gong. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right.
It's a gong. And there's also, apparently, he had mentioned there's like a guard tower now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can probably burn that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a target list for Group B then.
When
My
is he
headphones
available to
died.
hop on the call?
10.
10?
Hypothetically, depending on the other session.
Can we message him and ask him how session, like, can session wrap up at 10, or do we need to?
But let's just let him have his session.
Yeah, it's Grizz.
Yeah.
So I found on Obsidian you can have a full-on drawing pad, which
What?
means we can do dungeon drafts on Obsidian.
How'd
So
you do
look at
that?
this. Well, it's a plugin. So the
Oh, it's a
plugin I got
plugin.
is Excalidraw.
Yeah?
Huh.
And so basically I can take it and I can, oh, look at that, there's one room.
Is that
Use-
collaborative?
I don't think it's collaborative, but
No, none of Obsidian is, I don't
it's
think.
still pretty cool. I can make a
Obsidian
hallway.
can be collaborative, I think.
How?
I think you can invite collaborators somehow.
Interesting.
But
I just have to figure out how to make this background a grid.
Mhm.
Which I could probably just import a photo or something. But yeah, I figured out how to do that.
It's awesome.
Nice. We can do that in the future.
Oh, it's Obsidian Sync,
Mhm.
which is a purchase thing.
What else was there other than barracks? And the alert system?
Guard tower, prefabs for archaeological buildings and stuff, which will probably be buildings by now.
Mm-hmm. 3 is gonna be barracks, and 4 is gonna be
We don't really need to hit the
Post-fab.
prefabs. Post-fab.
That's why it's target number 4, because that is the last thing you throw a bomb at.
Yeah.
So here we go. I can copy a grid from online into this. So now I can actually draw to scale
Ah, sick.
maps in it. So I basically made Dungeon Draft in Obsidian. This software is so cool.
It is.
Wow.
Okay. I gotta pee.
Let's take a
Fuck
break.
this girl.
Take a break.
I am
A
on my
break.
way. There's a little surprise before supper and it cannot wait. Anyways, let's take a couple minute break so I can stop the recording. So it's not like 3 hours long. Come back at like 9:50 or 10 and figure out what else we have to do and then see if Robert comes.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.